Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our great Gibraltar draft. And Hound Dogs. Lots to talk about. We're not getting into Europe this year. It's been a dud year. We've been trying to work out a formation that we can go with. A bunch of players will be retiring at the end of the season, and it's kind of a transition year. I'm hoping that next year we can kind of change things up a bit. We will show you a couple of transfers that we have made, though. There are a few that will be coming in the summer, so that's something to keep note of. But in the time being, Sonny Davis has finally joined us for $425,000 from Southampton. I'll be honest, it might have been a mistake signing him for that amount of money, because I don't know why I did, to be honest. With that said, we've also brought in Dante Casanova, fullback from Tottenham on a free. Plenty of potential, 18 years old. Looks quite well-rounded. I mean, again, probably not the best signing in the world. Salifu Diarasuba, though, is someone I am quite excited about. Now, he's been brought in from ASEC Mimosas. He's looks very nice. Good player. Unfortunately, he came in, played half a game for us, and got injured. So he's out for another 11 days to 3 weeks. So he won't be finishing the season with us today. And then we've also brought in Victor Montero Sotomayor. Again, he was a free. So yeah, that was a thing. But let's take a look at how we got to this stage. Out of both cup competitions and obviously mid-table in the league. So following our Europa point loss, we played Mons Calp in the Intermediate Cup. And in this one, it was a 2-1 loss in the first leg. We did take the lead early on with Bareback getting through with a minute on the clock and getting a goal there. But they did manage to respond in the same half, only 10 minutes later, really, where Small was able to get down this left-hand side. He got the ball across, and it was Umar Niasse with the header to level things up. And then in the second half, they did take the lead with their second goal. Azani powering forward, looking a ball through for Niasse, who, as usual, didn't make a mistake there and was able to get it in at the near post. In the second leg, though, we did manage to turn things around to make it 3-2. They took an early lead 2 minutes into the game on Toro with a header from a corner. And then they continued their kind of route in that first half with Umar Niasse driving forward. He got the ball back to the to the penalty spot for Azani to slot it past the keeper. But that's when we turned things around in the second half. Naja bombing down the left-hand side. He was able to work something to get in Pereira de Sá. Played in Romero, he managed to lay it off quite nicely to Carolero, who slotted it past the keeper. And then we were able to get a second as well. Not long after, Naja, again, crucial in this on the left-hand side. Carolero through to Pereira de Sá. And Romero with the header this time, getting the ball across the box. And then finally, number 3 was Naja again on the left-hand side. It all came down this left-hand side where we made a lot of changes at half-time. Pereira de Sá's driven cross found Quaresma. Unfortunately, we did end up losing on penalties. Luther getting the winner there. And that was that for us in the game. Following a good performance but a knocking out of the cup, things just went from bad to worse for us, really. Europa Fc was next, and it was a 2-0 loss. Long getting the first goal header in the first half, and then the second was in the second half. Again, very, very comfortable for them. We didn't really create enough, and Shane Long got his second of the game right there. We then took on Lincoln, one of the favourites in the league. Akin coming forward, playing through to Holland, who was able to make no mistake, slotting it past the keeper. We did then get a second of the game. This time, Alkane was on the right-hand side. Leons Foster into Chukwuemeka, who was able to lay it back for the cross, and Alkerson was able to get that in. So it was 2-0 going into the last half an hour of the game. We did manage to get one back, and it could have been a comeback on the go. Yahaya getting the ball across for Graziano Pella to head home past the keeper. But it was unfortunately them who got the next goal, which kind of sealed the fate for us there, as Brito played the ball across for Basufa, who found Elkson in the box. We did manage to get a point though from the next game against Man 62. Romero running from his own half to get the ball across the box to Graziano Pella for that one. Another change of formation in this game, so maybe that's why it worked, but I don't think it really would have lasted. Oviedo managed to get another ball in for Romero, this time to become goal scorer. That didn't last though. As the second half came round, it was Man 62 who took control. Patino getting a goal here with a lovely little dink over the goalkeeper as he was put through. And then they did manage to also get a second as well. This time, Di Renzo getting the ball from a clearance, finding turns into Prodl, who popped it through to Patino to get his second of the game. Poor goalkeeping, I'd say. And then finally, we did manage to get the lead almost straight away. We retaliated well with Romero coming forward again, linking up with Oviedo. Pereira de Sá playing it through to Graziano Pella, who was able to get that third. But in the end, it wasn't enough as they managed to get a third goal late on into the game. Ferguson, Robson, then Brian. He was able to switch it out to Kalu, who found Ferguson as he continued his run, and that levelled things off at 3-3 for the game. That then turned into 2 1-1 defeats. The first coming against Glasses United, with Alvaro being played through over the top and smashed it past the keeper. And the second being against Magpies. We also had a sending off in the game with Quaresma being sent into the changing rooms, but Braybrook was the one to score for Magpies. So there you go. That is what's happened. It's been very, very bad. It's been awful. We've been mixing up the formation. I'm not really sure where we stand with things. I have kind of tweaked things again. I've kind of just gone from a base of anything. And I'm seeing how this might work. The reason why is because I don't know why. I'm just fiddling with stuff. I put Ramirez at right back to be that inverted wing back, hopefully coming into midfield maybe. So we will do that. And we will also look to bring on Hamza there instead. Andre Wisdom can go on the bench. Langamp will be leaving us at the end of the season. He's going on a free to Muselwitz in Germany. He's a decent player, but I think we just need a bit more pace at the back. 35 years old, obviously lots of experience, but we've got plenty of experience in the side to kind of cover that loss. Along with that, there's obviously lots of players retiring at the end of the season and asking to leave. So we might be looking to cull the squad a bit because it is a massive squad at the moment. Because I did get a bit carried away. I'll be honest, I got carried away. But with that said, let's jump straight into the game. Today it will be Halderson in goal, Ramirez, Sergio Silva, Langkamp and Kais Naja. Then midfield, Keita playing that ball-winning role, Hamza, Pereira de Sá, then Bareback, Romero and Pella up top. We did bring up Gustorf from the under-21s or under-23s to play in goal. He's had a little knock, so over the last few games he's had to kind of come and sit out. And then we also brought Martin Picard. Again, he played very well in his first game, and then which was I think the 3-3 draw, and then unfortunately had to sit out because of an injury. So hopefully kind of next season we can kind of adjust things and reassess as we go. But this is kind of what we're going to go for to start with in this one. Inverted wing back at right back, a winger on the right and inside forwards and wing back on the left. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and us will be taking the reins. I think us two might be the only two that are still at the clubs out of all the managers, because I think Michael Carrick got sacked as well. So it's interesting. Graziano Pella with the header though at goal after Hamza's cross, and it is smashed clear in the end. But hey, it's a good start. If we can continue that would be fantastic. As the ball's cleared long, Ramirez does well to get hold of that as he cuts inside, which is what he'll do as an inverted wing back. He will come inside into the midfield. Pereira de Sá, he's getting forward as well. Looks round the corner to Romero. Can he finish this one? His shot is saved by Rudd. But we're looking very good in this half. I think maybe, is this the start of something good? I hope so. Let's see. Hamza with the delivery into the box. Sergio Silva goes up. It is headed clear though. And Jean-Christophe Bareback should get to that one as he comes down this right-hand side. He looks down the line, loses out to Kirby as he looks to clear the ball forward as College 75 will break again. So it looks like Europa FC have won the league quite comfortably in the end by the looks of things. So we've had two different teams win in the league, which is quite nice. Hopefully next season it'll be us. I'm not too sure on how confident that is. My aim next year, Europa League or Europa Conference League qualification, and then from there we can kind of power on. Halderson probably isn't the goalkeeper for us. There's been a lot of mistakes from him. That's why we brought up our under-23s keeper, because I just thought we needed a bit of difference. And he's done okay in the couple of games he's played. We have conceded less, so I guess that's right. But lovely through ball to John Christoph Bareback to Romero, with Pella also being involved there. Wasn't able to get the goal, but we're attacking. We're trying to get those goals. Hamza's delivery again this time. Graziano Pella not able to reach that one as the ball's cleared, and Keita gets on the end of this as it goes. I mean, he's looking down the line and he's just, I don't know. Maybe he was offside. Maybe he knew that, so he left it. Not sure, but not exactly overly great. Ball in. Hal Robson-Kanu looks for a ball across, but it is challenged well and cleared. Mohamed Diame receives it though, and they're looking to keep hold of that one as Kirby again receives it. It's Ramirez has gone up with that one, but Leonardo Joa has been put through by Unzueta, and it is 1-0. Is that their real first opportunity? I think it might be, and that is going to be really disappointing if it is, because we've looked all right. We've had opportunities, but we've just not made the most of them, and one ball through, and they've got the goal. I mean, look at that. We're very dominant at the moment, but hopefully that doesn't put a downer on us as the ball is headed to Keita. Hamza, then Bareback. He looks inside to Pella, who looks round the corner to Ramirez. Here we go. Some lovely football being played now. Ramirez, can he get a ball into the box? He finds Christoph Bareback, who will be able to. He finds Romero at the back post, and there is the header to level things up. There you go. We're back in the game. 22nd goal of the season for Maximiliano Romero, who's been fantastic. Hopefully he continues. We'll develop him as an inside forward on the left, so we can play Pella and Romero up top, and he looks like he's going to be able to do that role quite nicely coming inside, especially with the likes of Bareback on this right hand side delivering those sort of balls. So we've got plenty of room to get those balls in the box. Now Kirby with a delivery from a corner. Langamp does well to clear that on his last game for the club. As Robson-Kanu receives it again, he looks inside, and Unzueta isn't able to get his header on target. Maybe Ramirez was able to do enough there just to put him off, as we will look to come forward again. Half an hour into the game now. Naja finds Romero, who nods it back to Naja, into Keita. Pereira de Sá through to Pella, who looks for that ball back through to Pereira de Sá, but it's way too strong, and I don't think de Sá was really ready for it. Now College 75 looks to come forward, a long ball forward, but the ball is won by the centre half as it's played to Hamza. Another ball over the top isn't really great, but it's not dealt with fantastically well as Pella plays through Bareback, and Rudd has just made a fantastic save to stop Bareback from scoring and making it 2-1 in the game. We have got a corner though, and it is the highlight that we will be seeing. Hamza, ball into the box, is cleared by Ojoa, who does well defensively to head that clear, and Romero's touch just takes it wide for a throw in for College 75. So looking good. I think we're doing very, very well so far in the game, and I'm looking very positive about it. Pereira de Sá into Pella, then Ramirez. I mean, look at this. There's loads of players in the middle. Pereira de Sá through on goal, and he pops it into the top left-hand corner. It's his first goal of the season. I mean, it's as if he has been a striker all his life, because that is a lovely, lovely finish. Keeper's got no chance as he got put through there. There was a massive gaping hole in the middle where the defenders were just nowhere to be seen. I mean, it's the dropping in by Graziano Pella there that's really created that space. And by doing so, it's allowed the centre midfielders, Pereira de Sá and Hamza, to get forward into that and get the goal along with that. So it's 2-1 as we're going into half-time, but it is a corner for College 75. We do manage to clear it, but Kirby will get back onto the end of this as he looks to deliver the ball maybe again to give us some issues. It comes in, Unzueta with the header. I mean, what a header it was. It's hit the post. We weren't quick enough to react to that as it come back into play. And Unzueta is able to tap it home past the keeper. That is really disappointing. We've been so good in today's game, but every time we go ahead, they just get one back. They're back in the game instantly. You can see we've been very good. Some good XG there as well. I don't really want to change much. Maybe Niger we could take off and put Paul Cock on for at left back. But otherwise, I'm kind of limiting what I change because we have been very, very good. I don't want to change too much to kind of move the flow of things. As the clock ticks down for the second half, and Garcia looks down the line to Unzueta, into Diame, who's ball switching it over to Hal Robson-Kanu. Great challenge by Koch there to stop him from being able to get the ball in. And he does fantastically well to keep that in as well, as he looks to get us going forward for Romero into Hamza, then Pella. Can he look to find someone? Hamza receives it once again, keeping the ball now quite nicely. I mean, it was very well worked. As Pereira de Sá looks for a pass. I mean, it's a poor pass. It wasn't the communication between him and Romero that we really needed at that point, as now College 75 are going to come forward. A switcher play. Can Ramirez deal? He does, and it is cleared away, but Ivanovic is onto that one as he looks inside to Robson-Kanu. Then Diame, then Molina, who's going to look on the overlap for Robson-Kanu, who's plays it back inside. Ivanovic, Diame again round the corner to Joa, who smashes it off the post. A warning sign for us there as it hits the hour mark. They are very much come out all guns blazing to try and get the 3 points. But we have got a free kick. Hamza delivers, back post. Langkamp with the header. It's a fantastic save. Bareback shot is blocked. Sergio Silva finds Langkamp again, who's being forced away from goal. Pereira de Sá, back to Langkamp. He plays it out to Koch. We've got a few players still in the box, but the delivery wasn't put in. And that is the end of the highlight. 20 minutes to go. We're looking still very good. Although we've conceded goals and there's been some concerns. I think we're still there. We'll put Romero up top. Giovinco can come out left. Just change up the kind of style there. I think that would be important. Otherwise, I think we'll probably... Maybe Mustafa Yahya can come on for Keita as well at that ball-winning midfielder role. Hamza delivers the ball, though. Sergio Silva's nowhere near to get in that, as Hal Robson-Kanu clears. And we've got 10 minutes left of the game. Draw, normally I'd be happy with, but the performance we put in today is going to leave a bit of a sour taste in the mouth, I think, with how we've done. But there you go. That is the full-time whistle. A 2-2 draw with College 75, who are in the top 4. So it's not an awful result, really, for the last game of the season. Would have hoped for maybe a little bit more, but hey, it happens. Hopefully, we can use this formation through pre-season, get a good pre-season run going, get the boys used to the kind of style we want to play and implement now, and see how it goes. Under 20 World Cup, though. A few players going out with their nations, so that's quite good. We've also got a few guys who are looking at maybe joining the Gibraltar national team, as they've received their national badges. I don't know what they're... visas, whatever. They're now Gibraltar citizens. That's what I'm trying to say. But there you go. So we'll jump ahead now to this kind of season review. See how the board think we've got on and how we have got on, and go from there. But a £250,000 budget for wages and £2.78 million pounds for transfers. I think that's not bad. I think we can certainly cut down on the wages and get rid of a few players, and then kind of work from there, be a bit more precise with how we want to go about things. But we will be looking at bringing in a few coaches from the guys that are retiring, because it's always fun to have those guys come in, some players that we know and know well. But there you go, Monskaup beating Glasses United 4-3. So quite a close one. It's a very close league, I have to say. It has made it really tight, a really competitive league. And a lot of young players coming into the league as well on loan from the Premier League and that sort of thing. So that's really helping to boost the kind of knowledge of the league and that sort. But let's jump ahead and take a look at our season review. Here we are then, the end of season review. Let's take a look at how things have gone for us and what the board have thought. They've given us a lot of warnings. They've been very nice so far, so we're not going to push it too much, I don't think, and do our best at trying to change things around. I mean, look how many transfers. We're not going to go through this. This is ridiculous. I really need to not get so excited. A few players that have left us. Luis Annesley was one of those that did leave in the end for 13.5k. We made a loss on him, but he's gone back to back to England with Northampton. Romello Mitchell, we made a bit of a profit, £4,000 on him. He's gone to Northampton as well, so they went for a double swoop from them guys. Obviously Diego Alves we're fully aware of, and a few guys that had left on free agents and that sort of thing. Has Jesse Moon? No, that was really weird. I thought he'd gone to Santos then. Yeah, it literally says Santos. Oh, I guess it's maybe because of the delay in changing. I don't know. Anyway, a couple of players was out on loan at Kona Key as well. There you can see disappointing from the board for the league. Yeah, wasn't great. Didn't go fantastically well. And they were kind of content with the cups because they weren't judging. But a 6-1 win against Glasgow United was the biggest win. Match to remember was Man 62 game. That was quite recent, as well as the goal of the season was Ramirez in a 6-1 loss to Lincoln, which isn't great. Sponsorships have obviously gone up. Lots of money coming in now, which is great and good to see. We can see here as well the kind of lineup for the season: Simpson, Dede, Silva, Vandenberg, Halderson, Oviedo, Ramirez, Keita, Bareback, Pellet, Romero. That will change next season, probably quite vastly as well. Lots and lots of record breakers, as you can see: assists, goals in a match, all that stuff there. Transfer fee received, transfer fee paid, oldest goal scorer, fastest goal. All exciting stuff. But fans player of the season was Graziano Pella. Young player of the season was Maximiliano Romero. Both very, very good for us this year, which was good. No competitions awards though. But there you go. That is where we are at with things. Bergkamp has also been sacked by Mons Kalp, so I am holding on by a thread by the looks of it. With that said, let's see how it goes next season. Hopefully it will be improved and things will get better. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. See you then.